What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Madden video for you guys here today. As you guys can probably see by the title, we got the first official Madden 21 trailer. So I'm going to be watching it without sound. I probably will pause through it, or at least, maybe after I might play it again and pause through it. That way we can see it or something like that. If you want to see it with the trailer or with the sound, you're going to have to watch it yourself. But for copyright issues, I am going to be playing it without sound, unfortunately. So I do want to start at the beginning. We will click play right here. So they also have some news on their website that I will go over that. We'll skip to that later, but I want to focus on this first. So let's go ahead and get into it and just start it up. So this is the official trailer right here. Lamar Jackson is the cover athlete, just in case you guys didn't know that. I'm trying to get this out of the way. I don't know. So you can kind of see right here the different reach animations that they do talk about, which is a pretty big deal with the ball carrier skill sticks. They said that you're going to be able to kind of combo them better together. Personally, from these animations, they pretty much look the same as we've had before, in my opinion. They don't look too much different so far. The only thing that I see is the reach out. It looks like they said that people are reaching for the goal. Now, they did also say they're switching up the pass rushing right here, that there's going to be different animations. I believe it's just going to be purely off the right stick is what they said. So we will have to see how that goes, like I said, and I will read the full details, but that's just what they've said so far. So clutch stops, realistic open field tackling. Now, I think what they mean by that is, like I was saying, where they're going to reach for first downs, but also the defense is going to really try to drag them away from it. They're going to be able to react to those down markers and things like that. So right here, it looks like a lot of the same animations, if we're being completely honest, right? Like, it doesn't look like it's too crazy. So right here, user-controlled celebrations. That's pretty cool. If it's animations we can actually do instead of that little spin in a circle and fumble that they have us doing. So like we said, we know Lamar is on the cover. It is available 8/25. So if you pre-order, you can play 3 days early. And then also there might be a way to play earlier with the EA access. They haven't said that yet, but we will head over to the website and read off some information. That's just the basic trailer. And I want to give my points on this. We might come back to this later, but I want to read off everything else first. So we'll go ahead and hop over there. All right, guys, so now that we're on the Madden website, we're going to be going over the pre-order details first. So we're going to go ahead and just read off what you get in each order so far. So right here is the NFL 21, or Madden 21 NFL, Madden NFL 21, whatever you want to call it, MVP pre-order. So it does read off exactly what you get. It's kind of hard to see in the picture. But if we read it off below, the NFL MVP pre-order gets 3 days early access. You'll be able to play the full edition of Madden NFL 21 on August 25th. You get one Lamar Jackson Elite Player item with Power Up, one large training quick sell, which is 1,000 training. So the interesting part about this, you're going to get Lamar's Core Elite and a Power Up, which is going to be basically the highest Core Elite. So you'll probably have like an 88 Lamar on day one. You get the MCS Ultimate Champion Pack, and it consists of the following. You get 4 of the uniform sets, 4 major champions as coaches, which is the bowl winners, the Madden Challenge, the club championship, and then the classic winner. You get 1 Your Choice uniform pack, so you get to choose one of the 3 Superstar KO uniforms in Madden Ultimate Team. And then you get 1 of the 32 elite players from a Team Elite pack. So you'll basically get 1 elite player from every team. Now, this is just a basic guide. We kind of assume most of these players would be elite, obviously, but we got Khalil Mack, Atkins, Hyde, Von Miller, Nick Chubb, Mike Evans, Chandler Jones, Joey Bosa, Patrick Mahomes, Quentin Nelson, Zeke, Byron Jones for the Dolphins, Zach Ertz, Grady Jarrett, George Kittle, Saquon, Brandon Linder, Jamal Adams, Trey Flowers, Devontae Adams, Christian McCaffrey, Stephon Gilmore, Rodney Hudson, Aaron Donald, Ronnie Staley, Brandon Sheriff, Drew Brees, Bobby Wagner, Cameron Hayward, J.J. Watt, Derrick Henry, and Harrison Smith. So something I'm interested about right here is I know most of these teams seem to go with their best player, but for whatever reason, the Falcons didn't. So I don't think, so the way I thought about it is it was going to be whoever has the highest core elite on that team, but I don't think that's actually the case, right? Because I think Julio is going to have a higher than Falcons. I think Steelers, someone will definitely be higher than Cameron Hayward. You know, I could definitely be wrong with a lot of these. That could be the case. They maybe make Julio a little bit lower overall this year to start. I don't know. But I am interested to see how that goes. And you also get 17 gold team fantasy packs. You get to choose one of 32 teams. Once you choose your team pack, it gets 2 gold or better and 3 silver or better players from that team that you choose. And you can do that 17 times. It doesn't say anything about if it's auctionable or anything like that, though. So right here is the deluxe pre-order. So if you do the deluxe pre-order, you get the 3-day early access. You get one of the 3 uniforms. And then you get your choice, one of 32 of the Team Elite players, same ones that we already looked at, and 12 gold fantasy packs. So obviously, the MVP is the best one, but it's going to be the most expensive because right here, you don't get the coach or anything about the MCS, and you also don't get the Lamar power-up, the extra training, which 1,000 training on day 1 is good, but it's really not that helpful anyways in the long term. And then we got the Madden NFL 21 pre-order, which if you do this pre-order, you get your choice, be able to choose one of the 3 Superstar KO unis. I will say, I hope Superstar KO is not back, kind of a waste in my opinion, unless they're going to make it more valuable, then it's great that they have it. You still, if you pre-order it, you will get your choice of one of the 32 elite players from a Team Elite pack. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting though, because no matter what, if you pre-order the game, you're going to get one of these. I'm probably going to go with like a Mahomes, Khalil Mack, maybe a Saquon. Someone that's really going to make a difference on day 1, but it's really going to be interesting, maybe even Aaron Donald. But it's going to be hard not to go with Mahomes, to be completely honest. So we'll see how that definitely goes. And you get 5 gold fantasy packs as well just for pre-ordering the game. So definitely for myself, I will be pre-ordering it. Probably just the basic version just because I am no money spent anyways. So there's really no reason to buy the other ones. Especially, to be honest, I think if you are going to pay the extra money, you're better off getting the top tier game. So I think if you're going to spend extra money on these, buy this one, which I know it's going to be a lot more expensive, but buy the MVP because at least you get Lamar Jackson, you get training, you get all of this stuff. Doing the second version, in my opinion, just to get some gold packs, we're going to get the elite player no matter what, right? Superstar KO unis doesn't even really matter. And then you get 12 gold packs here. You're only going to get 5 here. But gold and silvers, like, yeah, they do sell for a decent amount. But honestly, I don't personally think it's going to be worth the extra money. So that's all for this. I do want to hop over to the other things that they've talked about with the face of the franchise and things like that. So we will see you guys when we hop over to that page. All right, guys. So we're over on the other page with the news. So we're going to go ahead and look at it. And like I said, I may go back to the video after this. That way we could kind of pause it and show you the differences and things like that. But we want to go ahead and read off what they're doing. So this is just in the Gridiron Notes. If you do want to find it, all you do, you go to Gridiron News, Gridiron Notes right here. And then one of them is for the pre-order bonuses. The other one is purely for the news, I guess, or whatever this is called. And they'll probably bring more of those out in the future as well. But right here, first off is the face of the franchise rise to fame. So face of the franchise returns. Create yourself and begin your career as a quarterback in high school where you attempt to lead your team to a state championship. You're basically going to follow Lamar Jackson's story, FYI, just in case you were wondering. We should mention while your career starts in high school, that doesn't mean you'll be the starting quarterback. No worry, no story spoilers here. Not the biggest deal. Next, you'll start your college career on National Signing Day. You get to pick between 10 Division I schools, be able to play 2 seasons of college football playoffs where you'll attempt to win not 1, but 2 championships. While in college, you have the chance to stay as a quarterback or switch positions to a running back or wide receiver. After college, you will go to the NFL Combine. You have the chance to run the iconic 40-yard dash, which is good that they're finally bringing some of this stuff back in the game. When you finally enter the NFL, career doesn't stop. You'll have a chance to experience different storylines each season as you make your case for the Hall of Fame. Now, a couple things that I want to point out here. So obviously Lamar Jackson had those issues where people were saying switch him to running back, he shouldn't be a quarterback, things like that. They're going to give us the same option as well, where in college we will be able to stay as a quarterback or switch to running back receiver. Personally, I'm probably going to switch just because I would rather play running back receiver, but I don't know if you get to play that in the pros. So I am interested about that. If you switch to running back or receiver, does not mean in the pros you will still be that running back receiver. And also they talk about the storyline switching every season. How many seasons will they actually have a storyline? So for this one, face of the franchise, they really had a storyline for like the first season. I don't even think they finished the first season. It was like all the way up to the first season, maybe a couple games in, and then it was just basically done. And it was pretty boring, to be honest. I'm interested to see how they do that in the next one. And I'm also interested to see if you're a running back receiver, are you going to get the same storyline? Is it going to be different news? Because obviously playing quarterback, coming in as a top quarterback pick or coming in as a top running back receiver is definitely way different. So I'm interested to see how that is going to go. So new gameplay features. This is obviously the gameplay trailer they showed us. Wasn't too excited about it, to be honest. So skill stick, you'll be able to combo together all of your evasive moves on the right analog stick, including juke, spin, hurdle, and dead leg. Don't know what dead leg is? We'll have to see what that is. So the skill stick brings more fluid, athletic movement to the field and gives you more control over the moves you want. Now, I will say, we already have the skill stick, right? It's not the same. The way they're explaining it is that they've made changes to it. Obviously, jukes are with the skill stick. Spins are now with the skill stick, I guess. So you'll probably be able to juke, like hit on the left stick, and then spin back to do a juke spin, things like that. Hurdle, interested how that'll be on the stick. And I don't know what dead leg is. I'm assuming that's a pullback on the stick. I don't know, but it is good that they're all going to be there. I would rather them all be there. It's almost like 2K, how they do with the dribble moves. If you guys ever played that or any other game that you kind of have to put these mechanics together with the stick, it just makes it a lot more fluid, but we will have to see how it actually works. If everyone just ends up having the spamming the same one because that's the only way to get past the defense, I'm not going to really enjoy it. If it's more user-based where I'm actually juking and doing these different things, I am going to be more excited about that. So also, pass rush moves. All of your pass rush moves and block shed tackles will now be on the right analog stick as well. So you have the full control to choose your exact rush move you want and when you want to do it. Be sure to use your rush moves strategically though, as each pass rusher has a limited amount of moves per play, and blockers will start to build resistance against repeated moves. Now this is something that I really like the sound of. That being said, definitely up to see some disappointment in this, but the reason I'm so excited about it is right here what it says. Each pass rusher has a limited amount of available moves per play, and blockers will start to build resistance against repeated moves. So the reason I like this, and I don't know how it's going to work against the CPU, so I will say that when it's actually a CPU rushing in, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm assuming they're going to switch it up. But let's say, we've all seen you just get getting sacked every play where, a Khalil Mack or someone with edge threat, right, especially in Ultimate Team, just comes off the edge and just dominates you, right? And there's nothing you can do, and he just does the same move to the outside every time. But if the lineman, which is realistic, if you do the same move, the lineman's going to learn to block it, right? Later in the game, he's probably going to block it, especially if you have a good lineman. He's not going to get beat too many times on it. So that's super exciting for me because it seems like they're taking a little bit into account about trying to stop repeated moves. I hope they kind of put that in the rest of the game, because it's the same thing, whether it's a juke, whether it's a pass play, a run play, whatever the case is, these defenders learn these moves, and so do the offense, right? Both sides of the ball learn how people play. So they're not going to fall for the same thing every play. So it's going to be very interesting, but I hope that is moving us in the right direction. So location-based tackles, this is something that they were talking about as well. So these tackles, when both the ball carrier and defender are aware of the first down marker, end zone, and pylons. What this means is you'll see ball carriers reach out with the ball while getting tackled to score a crucial touchdown or clutch up a first down. You also see the tackling defenders struggle but successfully deny the ball carrier in these reach out moments. So obviously, we've all seen this in real life if you have watched football. People are falling for it. The running back dives out or puts the ball out, tries to get to that goal line. Now, how this will work, I don't know. Is it going to be, let's say you're coming over the middle and you're going for the first down marker and they don't blow the whistle yet? Is it going to be a higher chance at fumble? Because that is pretty realistic, where if you reach out for the first down, a lot of times the ball can just come out if it gets punched out, things like that. But I am interested to see how that plays into it. But I will say I'm super excited about it because a lot of times the defenders, especially, like I know secure tackler was really messed up this year where, sure, you could secure tackle them, but they get 5 yards on it every time. So hopefully they'll they'll be able to fix that this year where you're actually tackling people and the running back and linebacker or whatever the case is are both physically knowing where they are and trying to push back and forth so that it's actually a realistic play instead of the running back falling forward for 8 yards or running back going backwards for 12 yards too. So Hopefully that is the case. Hopefully that does help. So it says it has its first screenshots of the year below. So I don't know if I can make these bigger. Can I make them bigger? It looks like I can. So right here, this is this basic juke. Not really much there, to be completely honest with you. So this is kind of what they were talking about with reaching the ball out. So I don't know how it's physically going to work. Like I said, you know, in this animation, it doesn't look like he would fumble right because his knee would probably hit the ground. But I don't know if it's going to be higher fumble chances if you're doing it like over the middle. Obviously, when you go into the end zone, it's not as bad because usually the ball goes over or the knee hits down. Right here, we see Saquon jumping somebody. Leaps never really work, to be honest. Very rarely do leaps actually work, so I'm not too excited about that. Dalvin Cook with a stiff arm. Definitely looks like a pretty basic stiff arm that we've seen before. Right here, just a pocket. Now, I will say that pocket looks clean. I don't know how long it took him to get actually a pocket where you had some room to throw in this game. Hopefully, they toned down the pass rush. I think they made it a little too cheesy in this game. It gets there just a little too fast, in my opinion, on some plays. You know, obviously, if you only block 5 and they bring 5, then, or if you block 6, they bring 6, definitely pressure can get there pretty fast because somebody has to win. But if I'm blocking 7 and they're rushing 4, they should not be able to get there. So hopefully that does make a difference in this game. Right here, McCaffrey, pretty basic, plant right here. Don't really know what that's going to mean or anything. Right here, I don't really know what they're trying to get with it with Bosa. They're showing Bosa and Mahomes, obviously. I don't know if this is a new pre-play, things like that. And then right here, obviously just someone beating a press. Hopefully the press releases are a lot better this year too, because people like Keenan Allen and Michael Thomas don't get any love in Madden, especially in Ultimate Team, because they're so slow, but they're nasty in real life. So there's that part of it. I wanted to move on. I believe I'm trying to find the X Factor 2.0. I don't know if they have a full Gridiron Notes on it or what the case is, but I'm hopefully going to try to find some news on that because they did talk about it a little bit. So I will catch you guys when we hop over to the X Factors. Alright, so I was hoping there was more news on the X Factors. There's nothing really about it. It just says X Factors 2.0. So basically they are bringing back X Factors and abilities, which we kind of already knew because in Madden, for the Rookie Premier, they did say that Rookie Premier players are getting abilities next year. Nothing too crazy there. Honestly, like I said, they didn't really do much about it. Now, this is very interesting, though. This is something I would definitely want to end on. So, EA Sports announces Madden 21 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. We kind of already know that, right? We already knew it was going to be on the next generation. But what's great about it, if we read through a couple of lines right here, through partnerships with Sony and Microsoft, EA Sports will offer dual entitlement. I think that's entitlement, creating ways for players who purchase either an Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 to upgrade their copy of Madden 21 from prior generation PS4 or Xbox One at no additional cost. Now, I personally think this is going to be Xbox One to Xbox X, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. So if you buy Xbox One and you're switching to PlayStation 5, I don't believe that you will be able to transfer it. That's just my personal opinion. We will get more news on that, but I would assume not, because Sony's going to want to make money off you if you are switching, or Microsoft's going to want to make money off you, right? If you're switching from Microsoft to Sony or Sony to Microsoft. So also, it says that players can upgrade whenever they first purchase their new console within that period. Offers exceptions apply. Physical disc cannot currently be used to upgrade the diskless console. So what that means is that you're not going to be able to buy a disc for Madden 21 and plug it into the PlayStation 5. Now, if you guys know, PlayStation 5 has a system that's coming out, which is diskless, which basically means it's not going to be able to get disc on it. Personally, that's what I'm going to look to buy if it is the same price or cheaper, because I'm going to buy everything digitally. It just works better, and especially so I can upgrade my games. So, for instance, Madden 25 Madden 20 or Madden 21, I guess, will be upgraded for me if I do buy the PlayStation 5, which I think is crazy, or I think is a great thing that they have. So that's pretty much all the news we have it on right now. Definitely go ahead and watch that trailer with sound if you want to hear it. It's just music. There's not really any talk or anything like that. It also does say, I forget where it says it, but something about June 25th. So basically in like 9 days, they're going to start a series where they're going to be talking about the game and things like that. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know where it is, to be honest. So also, offer expires on Madden 22, so you have a whole year. Basically, if you buy the PS5 in the middle of Madden 21's year, whatever time, you will get it perfectly fine. So personally, I'm going to try to get it. I know they're not making that many on the start or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. But that being said, this is all the information for today. Definitely let me know how you guys think about it. Personally, gameplay-wise, wasn't a huge fan. What they said about what they're changing sounds good. We'll have to see in actual gameplay. Hopefully, they're taking it into account because I don't want to see Tress Way at running or at quarterback all year. Definitely do not want to see that. But that being said, drop a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this information. Subscribe and turn on that post notification bell. I will be bringing a lot of Madden 21 info every time I see it. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.